Halloween party. Represent. Sorrow and Disney here, and it is a little later than I would like it to be on a Thursday evening. And I was like, I'm going to just surprise everyone tonight and review NXT. Well, WWE Network doesn't have it available yet, and it's not airing again until midnight, so NXT will be next Wednesday's video. And I was thinking, maybe I'll talk about Halloween Horror Nights. I actually talked about it with somebody on my email about talking Halloween Horror Nights tonight. You know what? There's no new developments at all. There's just a little bit of particular trolling, if you will, right now, and we don't know whether to believe anything that's being said. So, you know what they say, don't feed the troll. So, I'm not going to feed the troll. I'm not going to mention anything. I know what you're thinking. Oh, and you mentioned the stuff before, talking about Predator and everything. Well, yeah, I did, but I mean, that's a little bit more believable than this. Actually, probably not, but yeah, there's no new developments, and nothing new from Dr. Jimmy, nothing new from Mike Aiello, and nothing new from John Murdy, so I really don't have anything to talk about with Halloween Horror Nights. So, I'm just going to throw out one of those random Hodgepodge videos. I know what you're saying, oh, and you always talk about things every day. Well, here's the thing. When you look at it from this perspective, this is a term I don't use very often. I am a daily vlogger, I really am. You get daily content here on Pop. Not necessarily by me, but you get daily content. So I'm going to start doing more, like, fireside chats, if you will. And I'm going to be talking to you guys more directly. And not just doing housekeeping before the videos. I'm actually going to try to do a couple videos a week where I just tell you what's going on right now. So there's a lot of things that have been happening lately. We just got back from draft day. That review is coming tomorrow, actually. It's coming tomorrow. So I was going to say it's coming this, and I was like, I don't know why I paused, but I did. So basically it's coming tomorrow. It's going to be a part of AJ's movie reviews. And we have 5 reviews to talk about this week. And we will be watching Oculus and Rio 2 tomorrow. There's a couple more, and I will give you a heads up that we finally have access to the Grand Budapest Hotel, so that review will be coming up very, very soon. And I thought about a brand new Versus to do. I talked with AJ about it, and it may be something we want to look into. And we've already got all the Versus we want to do for October. We're going to make that horror month, is what it looks like. But what I think we might do is maybe elongate it. Maybe potentially make it October and November scary themed Versus. AJ loves themes, so we may or may not do this, but it's a good possibility given the fact that this one is going to be a really good one if it actually goes through. And it's 2 movies that I know horror fans that would be watching my Halloween Horror Nights video, and I hope that's you guys and girls out there watching right now. Hello. You will definitely appreciate that we put these movies against each other. Since obviously we couldn't use other ones because we've already done those. So, let's talk about what we've got right now. There's a lot of things that have happened today. Apparently while I was at work, apparently Stephen Colbert is taking over for David Letterman when he retires. That's interesting. Very interesting, actually. And, yeah, that's very bizarre. So, kudos to Stephen Colbert for moving up in the big leagues now. Don't know what this means for Comedy Central. I don't know who's going to take over for Stephen Colbert, if anybody does, or if they just run reruns of something else. But I think that they probably need to focus on somebody else. Maybe another stand-up comic that needs a hosting opportunity on their network. I think that might be a possibility as well. And there's other things that happened today. Apparently I just found out that Sting officially signed with WWE today. So we don't know where that's going to lead. That's always something interesting to think about. Where is it going to lead? Is it going to lead to the prospective match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31? I don't think so any longer, so I don't know where it's going to go, but it might be really interesting. I said something to a few friends the other day, and it rings true. And in order for this to happen, WWE would have to put a lot of stake in 2 things. Number 1, they have to put a lot of stake in something that everybody wants, but will never get, and that's John Cena going heel. John Cena turning heel would lead to this. Him wrestling at WrestleMania 31 which is going to be in California, mind you, against a babyface Sting. Why would John Cena go heel? Well, I came up with the idea that the feud with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family is going to take John Cena to his breaking point and make him even break some of his rules. So you're going to see a more extreme John Cena, and we'll be talking about that on the SmackDown recap coming up later this weekend. And that'll come out really late because I have this very odd 8 to 6 shift on Saturday. So I'm going to be really tired. I'm not going to be able to do a video super early. So what I might do, depends on how long it takes to do the movie reviews and the verses tomorrow. I might actually watch SmackDown and shoot the video tomorrow night and then put it in the can at midnight, which is a possibility. I have to get to bed early, obviously, because I have to get up at like 7 a.m. But still, probably earlier than that, maybe 6:45. Woo! It's almost like I'm heading to go home again. But no. I will say right now that you will get that video on Saturday night. Sunday, I actually do not work, and Monday I do not work as well, so you'll get videos on that. And I know what you're thinking, oh, you haven't talked about Impact in a while, and the reason why is because I've been really busy, and I'm not forsaking TNA like most people have. I'm actually going to do a little differently this time around. We got Sacrifice coming up on April 27th. I believe that's the date. Yeah, it's April 27th. And I do want to watch Sacrifice. I do want to see what's going on. I like what they're doing with Bully Ray. I like what they're doing with Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. And I like what they're doing with Ethan Carter III, among a lot of other things. So I really want to see where they go. And I'm going to start talking TNA again on a regular basis, but I don't know exactly when that's going to start yet. It may be a couple of weeks before Sacrifice. I haven't quite decided, but I will promise you right now, before April is through, you will see at least one brand new TNA review. So I will definitely be recapping TNA very soon. I might wait until maybe after Sacrifice, and that's a possibility. I haven't quite decided yet. So stay tuned for that. Will I be talking main event on a regular basis? Probably not. I did not get to see The Shield and the Wyatt family yet. I was on my to-do list for the other day, and I didn't end up doing it, so yeah. Sorry about that. I might potentially watch it and talk about the match itself. Talk about main event with SmackDown, since SmackDown and NXT are going to be separate, apparently from now on. Or whenever I have to make them separate. It seems like we were headed towards NXT and SmackDown being on the same video, and SmackDown by itself, and NXT by itself. They may need something else to go with them, so look forward to that in the near future as well. So, other things going on right now. I am actively searching for airfare, because both September and December are now locked. Completely locked. The dates are down the pike and they are locked. And I'm very happy to say that. I will be heading down on September 17th. And I will be checking into the brand new Cabana Bay Beach Resort Hotel at Universal. Looking forward to that. It's going to be really awesome. And I'm going to stay there for 5 days. And I'm going to be there for the opening weekend of Halloween Horror Nights 24. And on top of that, I'm actually going to meet my dad and my stepmother. They're going to join me on the 22nd. And on the 22nd through the 28th, I'm going to be staying with them at the namesake of this very channel, Pop. So after that, they're going to bomb out on the 28th. I'm going to have one last night of Halloween Horror Nights, say my goodbyes, and that night, I won't be going back to Pop. Oh no, I will be going back to my new favorite DVC property at Old Key West. So yes, I will be at Old Key West until October 1st, and I'm very excited about it. December is locked now as well. December, I will be going down on December 2nd, and I will be chilling out at Pop yet again. I'm working on trying to get into Bay Lake Tower if I can, so my fingers crossed I'm going to get into Bay Lake Tower somehow, some way. If not, Bay Lake Tower may end up being the September 20th of the one-night stay before my birthday next year during my World and Land across the Universal big, ginormous trip, which I'm doing the 25th anniversary of my first trip. I thought I'd do it up big, and I'm going to be doing Jumbo at the Animal Kingdom Lodge Villas. And after that, I'm going to check into, it looks like Bay Lake Tower for one night. I'm hoping that works out. And then I'm going to, on my birthday, fly all the way across to the other side of the country, and I'm going to check into the Grand Californian at Disneyland, and I'm going to do both Disney World and Disneyland, as well as Universal Studios Florida and Universal Studios Hollywood in the same trip. And I'm very, very excited about that. Partially one of the major reasons I stuck with my DVC. That and the fact that I learned how to pay it off now a little bit better and a little bit faster. So that's awesome, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So yes, looking forward to that, and we've got Reunion this year. Reunion dates, just like I predicted, the 4th or the 7th. Very excited about Reunion this year. Really excited about hanging out with all my friends involving WDW Today, as well as MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, and all my awesome friends from Reunion, like Rich and Ricky, and John, and hopefully Scott will return this year. That'd be awesome. I hope Scott returns. And it's going to be really cool to be hanging out with Joe. Going to be hanging out with Joe as well as my friends Tim and Jen. I'm going to be hanging out with them as well in the next couple trips. Looks like I may just end up at Busch Gardens this year. I think it's pretty possible it's going to happen. As of this very moment, I would say there's probably a 70% chance I will be at Busch Gardens before this year is over. Haven't quite decided if I'm going to be able to do Hallow Scream or not. I'm trying to work it out. But the Universal dates and the Busch Gardens dates kind of clash. And I don't know how to go about that. I know what you're thinking. You can just say, well, and all you got to do is just go to Hallow Scream one of the nights of Halloween Horror Nights. And I was like, I just got into Horror Nights. I just got into this horror thing. So, yeah, I don't want to skip any Horror Nights nights, even though next year I'm going to have very few days, given the fact that I'm only there for 5 days. I'll be there for 5 days. So I'll be there for opening weekend. That'll be pretty much it. So, yeah, a lot of my once-in-a-lifetime trip next year will be spent at Halloween Horror Nights. How awesome is that? So that's coming up, and like I said, AJ's movie reviews, we're going to be talking about a lot of things in the near future. Got some movies that AJ has watched that we're going to keep on the back burner for a bit. And AJ has access to a couple of things that not necessarily are out everywhere. So because of that factor, we are not going to put them out right away. We're going to put them out later on down the road. And brand new Versus, don't worry, it's not going anywhere, folks. Versus seems to be the most liked segments here on Pop, and they will definitely continue. We have booked all the way into 2015 and beyond, actually, of all the Verses we have, and we're always coming up with new ones. And as always, like I say every single time, if you have an idea for a Versus you may want to see, of something we have not done yet, then we will definitely take we'll take it under consideration. It's possible. We'll see if we like it. You never know. We might use it. And if we do, we will give you credit for it. 100%. We will definitely give you credit for it. We will not say, oh, we're just going to steal this idea. This is a brilliant idea. This is what Jim so-and-so said. Well, Jim so-and-so, if you are out there and you give us a Versus idea, you will get credit for the Versus idea. So yes, I give you that promise, that solemn promise, right here, right now. We, the people. Now, I will also say that I am in dire need of new wrestling shirts, to be totally honest. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for a good deal and waiting for a good shirt. I mean, I will definitely have new wrestling shirts when you guys and girls out there that are in the Orlando area see me in September and December, without any question. But I'm not sure what I'm going to get yet. I do know what I want, but I'm hopefully going to get some more stuff. I'm going to wait until I get some more things I want. I need some new TNA stuff, too. I need some new TNA shirts. Got to get the Bad Influence shirts. I'm a big Christopher Daniels fan, as you guys out there know. And I want to get the Ethan Carter III shirt. You know, the one that says Trouble about 1 billion times. That's pretty awesome with me. So I really want to get that shirt as well. But I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but I'm just doing it anyway. So I thought you guys want to know out there what's going on in Sir Owen Disney's world. I will say right now, the hours, at least for this week, are pretty spectacular. And like I said, tomorrow we're going to Oculus and Rio 2, and then we're going to come back here, shoot the reviews and the new Versus. And fingers crossed, I will be doing, hopefully, SmackDown tomorrow night, and then put it up before I go to bed. on Friday night, so I can get it up Saturday morning, and I don't have to worry about not getting a video out all day. And then while I'm at work until 6 o'clock, you guys and girls out there have some new content. So yeah, so I'm looking at. So, new segments coming to pop very soon. Hopefully you guys and girls out there enjoyed Spoiler Alert, and that was something that was an AJ and myself's brainchild. We came up with that during brainstorming one day, and we thought it would be a good idea, especially given the fact that the very first AJ review here on Pop was Iron Man 3. So because of that factor, we know how they could be a little disjointed, the superhero reviews. So we thought we might just, let's spoil them. So that's what we did. So I would say your next Spoiler Alert will be out the weekend of the Pop-iversary. That's right, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 will probably be your next Spoiler Alert, unless we get something that really needs to be talked about, and that may end up happening somewhere sooner rather than later. Most of these things will be blockbusters, unless we just want to wax poetic about a movie that you may or may not have seen, so we'll see what happens with that. Spoiler alert coming soon. I will be talking to Ashley very soon about his participation with Pop as well. He should be joining the network very soon. And I will also say that Will and Ben, if time permits, they will be joining us very soon. I talked to Ben about everything, and he's definitely on board to come back. It's been really hectic for him lately, so now that's kind of like dying down a little bit. He probably will be returning the channel sooner rather than later. Wow. I don't know, channer's not even a word. So, yeah, that's basically what we've got right now. And I just want to shoot you guys and girls out there a quick video to let you know what's going on right now. And I will say that there's going to be a lot of wrestling content, of course. We have Raw on Tuesday every week, and we also talk NXT every week. We talk SmackDown every week, and we're going to go back to talking Impact every week as well very soon. Don't know exactly when that's going to start. And when Jeff Jarrett's Global Force Wrestling promotion starts, we're going to start talking about that as well. So I'm definitely going to be talking about that. And I've been thinking a little bit about maybe doing something involving the WWE Network, because I love it so much. So I may be doing some old pay-per-views. But I haven't quite decided yet. I mean, it just kind of depends if I can get it to work out or not. I mean, it's not like I really could talk about storylines unless I just really go back in my mind and remember what happened back then. But I guess we'll see when we get there. So that's pretty much what's going on lately. And what's not much to say, really. I mean, I know what you're saying. I was like, oh, and you've almost talked 20 minutes. Yeah, there's not much to say, though. So that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's just a little update about what's going on. And if you're curious about anything and you'd like to get a hold of me personally, you're more than welcome to become my friend on Facebook. You can friend me on Facebook. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Suro and Disney. And if you'd like to like our Facebook fan page, it's Suro and Disney Pop, one word. And last but certainly not least, you want to send your thoughts, comments, queries, and opinions, ideas you have for verses. If you want to talk wrestling with me, talk Halloween Horror Nights with me, like a couple people have been doing, and you guys are awesome. If you want to talk Horror Nights with me, you want to talk Disney, Universal, you want to talk movies in general, if you just want to chat, I'm an open book. I will gladly tell you anything you want to know. So if you want to do that, then you can shoot me an email, suroanddisney@gmail.com. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching, and until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I got to say about that.